and each kiss an inspiration. Hello, my name is Cassandra, and welcome to my temple, your internet liberatory sanctuary. I fucked that up. Your liberatory internet sanctuary. Of course, it's a work in progress. I'm not going to say that I'm never ever mean. I'm still mean to myself, which means that somehow, some way, that meanness is going to come out against other people. That's just how it works. When I look back on my life, the things that I'm most ashamed of were times when I was mean to other people and I didn't really know what I was doing. So I want to make these videos so that we know how to change our behavior and acknowledge the things in our lives that we can change. So I hope this helps you understand mean people who are in your life, maybe tendencies you have of being mean. Why are we like this? I watched Mean Girls in 3rd grade. They were pretty and had power, and I wanted to be pretty and have power. So the best thing to do is to think about who you learned being mean from. Why did you decide to model yourself after this person? What did you like that this person did? What do you want that this person had? And I'm thinking a lot about Succession because I'm rewatching it. Those are so mean to each other. Even though they have all the money you could ever want, I think they're all quite frustrated with their condition in life. They're frustrated with certain power dynamics. Even though they have so much power, they take it out on each other. They take it out on their employees. Like as soon as something happens between dad and potential successor, they go and they punch or they yell at someone else. I feel like I'm out of control, and so I'm going to try to manufacture a sense of control by engaging in power dynamics and feeling better than other people or putting other people down. Well, I'm not sure if there are actually exceptions to the rule, but there are definitely things not to be confused with being mean. And the first thing is clapping back. If someone is mean to your face, you have to say something in kind to shut that shit down. If you don't clap back, then you're basically giving people permission to walk all over you. And sometimes that means dishing it right back. It's not exactly an eye for an eye. I would say it is a way of standing up for yourself. Oh, be nice, be kind to everybody. No, if somebody says something to your face, you clap the back. The second thing is, oh my gosh, my boyfriend is playing 2K with his friend. Something else not to be confused with being mean is teasing in good faith. There's nuance to this. Is the relationship you have with the person you're teasing, the intention you have for teasing, is it fun that you can have together? How does a person respond to your teasing? Can they laugh too? That kind of stuff. I get teased about being biracial. I just take that shit. That shit is funny. If I'm saying, oh, that shit is so white, and someone says, aren't you white? That's your people. I have to take that shit. You know what I mean? When people say, oh, that's your white side coming out. It probably was. What else? Criticism. I think art should be criticized in that it is an exploration of what you like and what you don't like. Not to come to a conclusion or a judgment about what is good art and what is bad art. That's not up to anybody to decide. So that's art. But when it comes to criticizing other people's behavior, because I don't think we should criticize people or decide whether a person is good or bad, we can criticize behavior with the caveat that behavior has to be directly affecting you. Again, it's more of an exploration, what you will and will not accept from another person, how to address certain behaviors, what to do about certain things. That's all in good faith. We have to understand, what our boundaries are. But if we don't know someone and their behavior is not affecting us, shut up. Shut up. That's none of your business. It's always the people who have the most amount of work to do on themselves that talk the most about other people and judge and mind your business. Now, the exception to that is people in power who do affect large amounts of people because they're in a position of influence, right? People in government, you have every right, even though you don't know these people personally or you're not close to them, and you're not necessarily affected directly. Their decisions, their outlook, their words do have an effect on large groups of people. You absolutely have a right to criticize. When you can trick yourself into thinking you're better than someone because of something you said to them or something you said about them, that's deluding yourself into superiority. All superiority, inferiority complexes are delusional. Somebody taking full accountability for their lives is rare. Most people will want to do the easy thing and blame other people for why they are the way they are. Why should I waste my breath talking about somebody else when I have so much work to do myself? You know what I mean? This impulse to be mean also comes from a space of loneliness. People feel like they have no control over their lives. They feel like they can't control who loves them, who doesn't love them, who's for them, who's not for them. And so again, it's a way of manufacturing a sense of power, a sense of control, a sense of righteousness. When we give ourselves the power to judge other people or to make other people feel bad. Why do we feel powerless in our own lives, right? Why? Let's ask ourselves, why do we feel powerless? And it's because we're not taking accountability for our own lives. That's really the biggest takeaway here, right? If we feel the need to be mean, if we have this impulse to be mean to other people, it means that we are not taking enough accountability of our own lives, our own condition. We are outsourcing our power to a situation, a person, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We're saying, I'm in this position for reasons I can't help, and I'm angry about it. Rather than, I'm angry about the condition I'm in, I'm going to do something about it. That's minding your own business. And some people will never. Why? Because it's so much easier to blame other people, to blame circumstance for the position you're in. And so I always do this. I always take one thing and it ends up being deeply connected to so many other things. But I guess that's the bottom line here. As long as you are mean to yourself, someone else is going to feel it too. So it starts with you. It starts with your relationship to yourself. If you want to stop being mean, you have to stop being mean in thought, word, and deed. Every time you feel the impulse, check in with yourself. How can I change my condition? What can I do to change my life, right? That's a sense of empowerment, knowing that your condition is in your own hands. There are always things you can do to improve your life. There are always things you can do to improve your inner life, right? Your inner life is completely up to you. Living well is a mental game. Every art is a mental game. How much can you improve yourself, right? People who are strong are just improving themselves, improving their skills. People who are really focused and minding their own business have no time to be thinking about judging, criticizing other people. So examine your own condition. What are you doing to make yourself feel how you feel? And what are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? Start with the everyday things that you use. And start from there. The everyday things that are in your life, your health, having clothes, access to water. The most mundane things are often the most important. The things you take for granted, start there. And add more gratitude to your life. Okay, I hope this helps. I will see you in the next video. Bye.